Now we will be moved for your second chapter. Chapter name is an applied thermodynamics. So in the last chapter we have studied the first law of the thermodynamics, and first law of thermodynamics explain about the mechanical work is converted into the heat energy, and heat energy will be converted into the uh, mechanical energy. But when you are to considering the first law of thermodynamics, cannot be say about the direction of the transfers of the heat energy. About the direction of the transfers of the heat energy. So, as per our experience, there is no restriction for the conversion of the mechanical work into the heat energy. As per our experience, we can be observed in our real lives, in regular lives, mechanical work is converted into the heat energy. But there are some limitation, restriction for conversion of the heat energy into the mechanical. That is complete heat energy into the mechanical work. So the direction of the process take place is not involved in the first law. First law is based on the only the conservation of energy. First law say there is a transfer from the energy, but it cannot be said which condition there is a transfer of the energy is take place. So the principle which determine the direction and extent of the change provided by the your second law of thermodynamics means the principle which determine the direction of the transfer of the energy, extent of change which is provided by the second law of thermodynamics means those are the drawback of the first law is an overcome in the second law of the thermodynamics. So the machine such as the heat engine is convert your heat engine into the work. That is heat energy is converted into the mechanical work. So there is a limitation of the direction in which process take place simultaneously is not involved in the first law of the thermodynamics. So to study the direction of the physical chemical process, we have to need some more information behind the first law of thermodynamics. If you want to study the exact direction of the physical changes or chemical changes, so first law of thermodynamics is not sufficient. So we need the more information. So the principle is determine the direction of that process is included in your the second law of the thermodynamics. Okay, so this is about your the introduction for the your thermodynamics. Now you know there is we are already discussed about the conversion of the heat energy and the mechanical work. Conversion of the heat energy and the mechanical work. So it should be remember conversion of the heat into the mechanical work and the mechanical work into the heat energy. So Joule is the name of the scientist. It gives the it perform the number of the series experiments to perform the relation between the heat energy and mechanical work. After the completion of the number of the series experiments, he gives the concluding remark, that is the heat energy and mechanical work relation. So according to him, heat energy produced is directly proportional to the amount of the mechanical work. That is, suppose the Q is and the heat energy produced during the mechanical work W, then Q is directly proportional to the W. So we got Q is equal to ZL. Now J is an proportional constant, that is called the Joule's mechanical equivalent. Its value is a constant, it is equal to the 4.18 Joule. So the mechanical equivalent of heat is also defined as the amount of the work done to produce the unit quantity of the heat. It should be remembered. can be defined J is equal to Q upon W. Q upon W. So it is nothing but amount of the work is done to produce the unit quantity of the heat. So basically 4.18 joule is your mechanical work is done to raise the temperature of the 1 gram of the water by 1 degree Celsius. Value of the J is a 4.18 joule. When it is come, when you have to do the work done is a 4.18 joule, then you should be the increase the temperature of the 1 gram of the water by the 1 degree Celsius. So there is some equivalent between the mechanical work and heat energy. Mechanical work and heat energy मध्ये equivalent, that is similarities आहे. Mechanical work can be converted into the heat and heat can be converted into the your mechanical work. So heat and work both are the transient phenomena, that is it is the transfer phenomena. So which the system do not possess the heat or the work. So heat is defined as a form of the energy but which is in a transfer. Where it is transfer, where you have to feel the heat is a transfer, you have to feel the transformation of the heat energy at the region, that is at the boundary, at the across the boundary. There is one layer between the two systems, that is known as the boundary. So work is said to be done by the system if the whole effect is thing is in a external to the system. So it could be ranging the weight. So it should be remember here, heat energy you have to feel there is a transfer only at the boundary surface between the two systems. So it can be changed there the temperature of the system either through the heat. A temperature of system we can be changed in a two way, which is one is the transfer of the heat, another is the doing the mechanical work. So there is a change in the temperature. So this is an about your the conversion of the heat and mechanical work. Now we consider your first law of thermodynamics. After that we consider now second law of the thermodynamics. So we can use the second law of the thermodynamics. So we can study the second law of the thermodynamics. So second law of the thermodynamics. Once again we study the second law of thermodynamics is after the first law of thermodynamics. According to the first law of thermodynamics, it is based on the concept of the conservation of the energy. Conservation of the energy. Okay. So first law of thermodynamics. First law of the thermodynamics. It cannot give the direction. Direction of the transfer of the energy. Yes, it is only say there is one form of the energy transfers to the second form of the energy, another form of the energy, but it cannot be explained the what condition, that is the transfer, direction of the transfer of the energy, which is not given by the your first law of the thermodynamics. By the first law of the thermodynamics. So it can be considered in second law. Now we have to already we know about the some transfer phenomena of the heat. So basically you have to feel there is a heat. Everyone is known heat is a flow from the cold body to the hot body is not possible. It should be the no. Heat cannot flow from the cold body to the hot body. Means heat is an always flow from the hot body to the hot. So this is not possible. So heat transform from the hot to the cold body. Means it never happen that is heat flow from the cold body to the hot body itself. That is the natural tendency. There is no natural tendency to be transfer the heat from the cold body to the hot body. Now it is again you have to observe the conservation, that is the transfer of your mechanical energy. Mechanical energy not fully converted into the heat, but you can be feel that is when you have to consider the conversion of the heat and mechanical energy. So all mechanical energy is converted into the heat, but heat not converted into the mechanical energy. It should be remembered. In case of suppose the ideal heat engine, a part of the heat energy absorbed from the source is converted into the work. But remaining part of the heat is rejected to the sink. So it is not possible to construct the heat without sink. Heat engine or the refrigerator you have to see here. This is the working of its principle. Heat energy is converted into the mechanical work only by transferring the some amount of energy to the sink, or it can be rejected the some amount of the heat to the surrounding. So you have to already know that everyone having the refrigerator, that is the fridge in your home. So that refrigerator is one of the electric machine. Now there is a transfer of the heat from the cold body to the hot body. See, it is you have to observe, this is, we can say it is not a natural tendency of the heat and the heat energy transformed from the cold body to the hot body. But refrigerator is transfer the heat energy from the cold body to the hot body. Means colder body becomes colder and hotter body will be becomes the hotter. Now it is impossible only when if your electricity is on. If you have to supply the electric energy to the refrigerator, then you have to transfer the cold body energy to the hot body energy. If the electricity is off, so the refrigerator will be off. There is no transfer of the heat energy from cold body to the hot. So you cannot be feel the temperature of the refrigerator will decreases when electricity is off. Means it is possible to transfer the heat from the cold body to the hot body only with the external agency. Only with the external energy. Now you have to observe in your routine. So there is an ocean, that is a samudra. Samudra मध्ये भरपूर energy. Ocean is consisting of the so much energy. But still it cannot be extract the energy from the ocean. We cannot extract the energy from the ocean. Similarly, there is an atmosphere. In atmosphere, there are so much energy, but we cannot extract the energy. Only due to the limitation, that is the restriction of the transfer of the energy direction. So purpose of your second law is only you have to such experience you have to feel in thermodynamics, and we can be say that is all thermodynamic process is an study. All thermodynamic process take place. So whenever the thermodynamic process is take place, there is a transfer of the heat. Any process, that is thermodynamic process. When there is a thermodynamic process is done, thermodynamic process is done, then there is a transfer of the heat energy. So the foundation of the law, when you have to define the second law of the thermodynamics, now see here, the second law of thermodynamics, it is in our common sense. Second law of thermodynamics in your common sense. This law cannot be provided directly. We cannot be stated in a various form. This law we can be stated. We can be defined in number of the form, but we cannot be mathematically proved directly. So it should be remembered there are so many statements are given for the second law of the thermodynamics. You should be the remember at least one statement for the second law of the thermodynamics. So first a simple statement we can be used. It can be remember that is a simple statement of the your second law of the thermodynamics. Simple statement of your second law of the thermodynamics is can be studied. We can be use it second law of thermodynamics. So what is second law of thermodynamics? एकदम सोपा आहे. Heat by itself cannot flow from cold body to the hot body. This is a very simple statement of your second. If you do not remember any other statement, you should be the remember at least this statement. So it cannot be flow from the cold body to the hot body. So there are so many scientists. So first scientist is the Kelvin. So Kelvin is the first scientist. So Kelvin statements. So you should be remember Kelvin statement about your second law of the thermodynamics. So Kelvin statement for the second law of the thermodynamics. It is impossible for a cyclic process. It is impossible. It is impossible for cyclic process. It is impossible for a cyclic process to convert heat into work. Convert heat into work without simultaneous transfer of heat from body at a high temperature to the body at a low temperature. So this is a simple statement about the according to the Kelvin. It is impossible for cyclic process to convert the heat into the work without simultaneous transfer of the heat from the body at high temperature to the body at low temperature. One more scientist, that name is Clausius statement, that is according to the Clausius. Can use the should be use the Clausius statement. Clausius. So Clausius statement. Clausius statement. It is impossible. It is impossible for self-acting machine. Self-acting machine. Self-acting machine. Unaided by external agency to convert the heat from one body at high temperature, at a low temperature to the body at a high temperature. So this is the Clausius statement. Now these are the another sentence, and the last statement we can be explained in terms of the entropy. So Clausius given the also another one study in terms of the entropy. So this is a third statement, that is in terms of the entropy. In terms of the entropy, we also define the second law of the thermodynamics. Now entropy can even one more variable, thermodynamic variable. So in terms of the entropy of the universe is a very important statement. Entropy of the universe tends to maximize to a maximum. So entropy of the universe on the jerk. Entropy of the universe always try to be maximum, means it is an increase. So this is the statement of the second law of the thermodynamics. So it should be remember, your second law of the thermodynamics gives the direction of the flow of the heat energy. First law of thermodynamics only gives the transfer from one form of energy to the your another form of the energy. That is, it is based on the principle of the conservation of the energy. Second law gives the direction of the transfer of the your energy. So next we will see the concept of the entropy. So concept of the entropy should be the study it. We can use the concept of the entropy. Use the second page. So that is simple. So we should use concept of entropy. How the entropy will be the arise? Actually, what is the concept of the entropy? Now you have already studied the second law of thermodynamics. Now this law is a different form by the different scientists, but common thing is your heat is an always flow from the hot body to the cold body. So it cannot be transfer the heat energy. The heat by itself cannot flow from the cold body to the hot body. So heat cannot flow from the cold body to the hot body without external agency. Without taking the help of your external source, we cannot be transfer the heat from the cold body to the hot body. This is not happen at anywhere, any time. That is any stone in your the surface space, that temperature of the stone or object will be the decreases as compared to the temperature of the atmosphere. As compared to the temperature of the atmosphere. Temperature of the object is in a decrease or increases along with the surrounding. So this is statement according to the Kelvin, according to the classes, we can be explained that is your heat will flow only from the hot body to the cold body. Now can we see there is a one heat engine is a device which is a transfer the heat energy into the mechanical work. But when you have to transfer the complete heat energy into the mechanical work, some part of the heat energy must be rejected to the your sink. And according in a refrigerator, we require the external agency transfer the heat energy from cold body to the hot body. So if you want to transfer the heat, colder body becomes colder, hotter body becomes hotter. We require the sink. Without sink, we cannot be transfer the heat energy. Now this is an happening transfer of the heat energy, but when you have to apply do in your daily life, we cannot be explain it, because if you consider in a chemical reaction, it is a transformation in a living organism. So there is an also transfer of the heat energy. There is an also transfer of the heat energy in a chemical reaction. So in a chemical reaction, in a transfer of the living organism, there is no any hot reservoir and the sink there, that is you can maintain the temperature is an highest, you can maintain the temperature lowest, that is like the sink. So this is not happen. So there are the several processes that proceed naturally in the direction which increase the disorder of the system. So in an irreversible heat flow from hotter to the colder region of the body. So what actually happens when the heat energy is transferred from the hot body to the cold body, that means there is a increase in the disorder of your colder body. Disorder of the colder body is increases when it is a transferred heat energy from the hot body to the cold body. Why it is increases disorder? Because a molecules having the increasing its energy. Molecules having the increasing its energy. When you are adding the heat to the body, it increases the disorder. So molecules, average molecular speed is increases. So the randomness of the molecule is increases. That's why there is a disorder of the system is increases. Now this disorder of the system is increases, which is measured by the entropy parameter. Now entropy is a parameter introduced which is assigned with your disorder of your system. So to understand the concept of your entropy, we can use the one simple PV diagram, and that PV diagram includes the isothermal process and adiabatic process. So see, this is the PV diagram. Should be draw in your home also PV diagram. So this is about the PV diagram. We have already discussed your adiabatic curve is more steeper than the isothermal curve. So this is the two adiabatic curve. So name you have to give one, that is the A, B and C and D. You write the any names. So A, D and BC is the two adiabatic curves. AD and BC is the adiabatic curve. Adiabatic curve means there is an heat does not exchange with the surround. That is, the heat is constant. That is the dq is equal to 0. the Q is equal to 0. Now we consider there is an isothermal curve. There are so many isothermal curves. Suppose see here, suppose this is an AB. So this is an another curve. So this is an can be used another curve. This is can be another curve. So suppose this is an A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3, and this. So we can draw there so many curves we can be draw in between the two adiabatic curves. Now it is an your isothermal curve, so it can be explained there is a temperature must be constant. Suppose this is a T1, T2, T3, T4 is an your temperature. So here your AB, A1, B1, A2, B2, these are the isothermal curve. And suppose there is a temperature is a constant T1, T2, T3. So it is you can be continued T1, T2, T3. Now you can use the only one cycle you can be used. So suppose A, B, B1 and A. So see here AB, this is another cycle. Now this is called as the reversible cycle. Reversible cycle. When you have to study the Carnot heat engine, at that time we can explain it. What is the Carnot cycle and how it is a reversible cycle. Now we consider suppose during the AB is an isothermal curve. So Q1 is the amount of heat absorbed. During the isothermal curve AB, amount of heat is an absorbed is the Q1. Now this is an isothermal expansion. AB is now isothermal expansion. See here, expansion is there, temperature remains constant. It should be remember basic concept behind this. If it is an the system and there is an expansion is take place, work is done against intermolecular force, there is a temperature must be constant there. So heat itself utilized to do the your external work done. That's why it absorbs the heat from the external agency Q1, external agency Q1. So we get, so we got the Q1 is an heat absorbed. So temperature T will be the constant. Now we will get the ratio of the Q1 and T1. See, we will take the ratio of the Q1 is the amount of heat absorbed, and at that time T1 is the temperature. So we take the ratio Q1 and now see when you have to go from A1 to the B1 and B1 to the B, along to the B1 to the B2 there is a heat is a constant. So when you have to go from B2 to the B1 to the A1, there is an isothermal compression along to the A1 B1. You should be observe this figure. So when we consider A, suppose there is an V1, Suppose there is an C2, C3, C4 suppose. So see, when you have to go, when you move from B1 to the A1, value compressions take place. That's why A1, B1 is your isothermal compression. Suppose the Q2 is the amount of heat evolved or rejected. You can say it is a rejected in heat engine to the surround. Now this is your the isothermal compression. This is your isothermal compression. Isothermal compression. In this case, there is a temperature is a constant. Now temperature becomes T2. Why it is temperature T2? Because when you have to move from the B to the B1, there is a heat is a constant. So there is an expansion. So there is a temperature with the changes. There may be the fall in temperature. So you got the T2. So if you take the ratio of the, so this is for the T1 and this is for T2. If you take the ratio of the Q1 to the T1, it must equal to the Q2 upon T2. Can we see this relation which is coming in a Carnot heat engine? If you have to remember in your mind, Q1 upon T1 is equal to Q2 upon T2. Now similarly we can be explained for the number of the cycle. Similarly we can explain the so many cycles. In this cycle you can see there is another one, A1, B1, B2, A2. If you have to observe the A1, B1, A1, B1. Now T2 is an temperature. Now this is compression. Now it becomes the expansion because you have to move from the A1 to the B1. So you should be go for the A1 to the B1. So you have to change. Now this is your cycle. Now A1, B1 becomes isothermal expansion because volume is increases, and B2, A2 now becomes compression. So suppose here Q2, once again Q2 is an heat now absorbed, and here Q3 is an amount of heat rejected. So similarly we can be use your equation. Q2 is an amount of heat absorbed at the temperature T2, and Q3 is an amount of heat rejected at the temperature T3. Similarly for the next cycle, that is the next cycle will be the A2, B2, B3, A3. Now we got Q3 upon T4, Q3 upon T3 is equal to Q4 upon T4. So we conclude that Q1 upon T1 is equal to Q2 upon T2 is equal to Q3 upon T3 is equal to constant. That is Q upon T is equal to constant. Q upon T is equal to constant. So we got Q upon T is equal to constant. So we got the Q upon T is equal to constant. Now we consider as a Q upon T is a constant. That constant is known as entropy. constant is known as entropy. How it comes? Constant upon entropy is known as entropy. So Q upon T, it is in between the two adiabatic curves. It is in between the two adiabatic curves. In between two adiabatic curve, Q upon T is a constant, and this is called as the change in entropy. This is called as a change in entropy. Q upon T is nothing but the change in entropy. So we can be writing the change in entropy. It is in between the two adiabatic curves. In between the two adiabatic curves. So Q upon T is nothing but change in entropy. Change in entropy. Now we can define there S1 and S2 be the entropy for the two adiabatics. Suppose S1 for AD and S2 for BC. S1 and S2 consider the two entropy for the two adiabatic curve. So change in entropy we can write here S2 minus S1 is equal to Q upon T. If this curve is very close to each other, then we can explain the change in the heat absorbed is the amount of heat absorbed is small at a constant temperature. So change in entropy is very small. It should be remembered. This is when done when you consider the two adiabatic curve is very close. So amount of heat absorbed by the system is small dq. So there is change in entropy is small ds. So we got the ds is equal to dq upon T. Now in generally we can be write this equation in another form. If your system is changed from the state 1 to the state 2, then we can be write there is an state 1 to the state 2 ds is equal to integration from 1 to 2 dq upon T. So this is about the entropy. So you can be see entropy of the system is a function of the thermodynamic coordinates, which is changes the. Now entropy is we can determine only the change in entropy in the form of the dq upon T. So change in entropy depends only on your thermodynamic coordinate of your initial and final state. See here, this is the initial state and final state. It is not depends upon the path followed by your system. So your entropy is now state function as like the internal energy. Entropy is a state function. It is not depends upon the path. It is a exact dependence. ds is your exact dependence. So entropy is a state function. Now we can be consider here if a dq is a positive. Here dq is a positive, that is the amount of heat. dq is a positive, so heat is absorbed by the system, then entropy is a positive. dq is a negative, then your entropy is a negative. Now see here, if the entropy is a positive means your the disorder of the system is increases. Disorder increases. Entropy is a negative, then your the disorder of your system is a decrease. Disorder of the system is decrease. So there is asking the MCQ. It should be remembered. If the entropy is a positive, then disorder of the system is increased. If the entropy is a negative, then disorder of the system is a decreases. Disorder decreases means orderly arrangement of the molecule in the system. And if a dq is a 0, if the dq is a 0, so ds will be the 0. ds is 0 means entropy is constant. Entropy is constant. So this is an about the concept of the entropy. It should be remembered entropy of the system remains constant during the adiabatic change. So adiabatic curve is called as a, sometime adiabatic curve is called as a isentropic curve. You should be remember it. Why the isentropic curve say ISENT isentropic curve. Adiabatic curve isentropic curve असं म्हणलं जातं sometime because the entropy will be the constant along the adiabatic curve. Entropy changes in between the two adiabatic curves. Means during the isothermal change entropy will be changes. Entropy will changes. Not along to the adiabatic. So this is about the concept of the entropy. You will be the remember it. First law thermodynamics and entropy.